Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brianna, a Christian romance and romantasy author. Today I'm answering a question I was recently asked. How did I choose scripture-inspired themes for my upcoming fantasy series, The Skeleton Dance? If you've ever wondered how faith and imagination can work together without feeling forced or preachy, this one's for you. For me, scripture isn't something that I tack onto the story as an afterthought. It's more like the soil that the story grows from. When I'm dreaming up a new world or a new character, I'm not flipping through the Bible looking for a verse to match the scene. I look for the heartbeat of scripture, the themes, the questions, the longings, the promises. And I let those shape the spiritual and emotional arcs of my characters. If scripture wrestles with identity, calling, courage, forgiveness, or hope, then my characters wrestle too. Not in a way that feels forced, but in a way that feels human. And fantasy gives me such a beautiful canvas for that. Symbolism, magic, myth, and metaphor. Let me explore spiritual truth in ways that feel imaginative, not instructional. My goal is to create a world where spiritual truth is always present, but never preachy. I want readers to feel the resonance of faith without being pulled out of the story. I want them to sense that something sacred is woven into the fabric of the world. Even if they can't point to a single moment and say, that's the Bible part. Because for me, the beauty of scripture and storytelling isn't about quoting it. It's about letting its heartbeat quietly shape the story from the inside out. For example, the central theme for the entire Skeleton Dance series is this: love is the force of good that will defeat evil. God is the ultimate source of good in the universe. Every act of creation, every moment of redemption, every whisper of hope, it all begins with Him. And because He is all-powerful and can never be defeated, good will always triumph over evil. Not always quickly and not always in the way we expect, but inevitably. And since human beings are made in the image of God, we carry that goodness inside us. That means we too have the power to push back the darkness. Not through violence, intimidation, or domination, but through something far more subversive and world-changing: love. Love is the weapon that doesn't look like a weapon. It heals instead of harms. It restores instead of destroys. It transforms instead of controls. That's the heartbeat of this series. Every character, every conflict, every moment of tension is shaped by this truth. When my characters face evil, they don't win because they're the strongest or the smartest or the most magical. They win because they choose love. I chose this theme because I believe it's the most important lesson we can ever apply to our lives as Christians. Remember, God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. That's not just a verse we memorize as kids. That's the core of the entire Christian story. Everything God has ever done, every act of redemption, every moment of mercy, every invitation back into relationship, it all begins with love. And that same Son, Jesus, taught us exactly what matters most. Love God with everything you are, and love your neighbor as yourself. Love. It's not optional. It's not secondary. It's the foundation. That's why 1 Corinthians chapter 13 is the main scripture I'm using for this series. You've probably heard it at weddings, but when you look past the romantic setting, the message is so much bigger. Paul is saying that without love, everything else collapses. Our gifts, our talents, our sacrifices, our big spiritual moments. None of it means anything if love isn't the driving force behind it. It's the heart of us, and it's the heart of God. So, if you're a Christian writer who loves fantasy, hear me on this. You don't have to choose between scripture and imagination. You can let scripture inspire your themes, your symbolism, your emotional arcs, without ever feeling like you're forcing it. Let the truth shape the story quietly. Let the Spirit breathe through symbolism. Let your imagination play in the space between what is and what could be. That's where the magic happens, both literally and spiritually. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what scripture-inspired themes you'd love to see in fantasy series. And if you want more behind the scenes of my writing process, world building, character creation, cozy writing days, stick around. There's so much more coming. See you next time, friends.